Hello and welcome back to another Friday morning Q&A. I'm so glad you guys are here. I have been getting a couple of questions lately, so I wanted to go over those with you guys today in the form of what a healing diet looks like and what some of the more popular ones are now and how you can use those in your own life and to make the decision that would work best for you. So first, some updates. I have been kind of not hiding, but working really hard. I got my book back from the editor for the first round of edits, and I have just been in my office making all the little changes so that this book is perfect for you guys, because I really want it to be about your health and your journey and your healing, and any way that I can support you guys in learning any of these things that might help you on your own journey. That's my biggest passion for this project, is for you guys. So I'm really lucky. I picked an amazing editor, and she has done such an incredible job making this book really tailored for what you guys need, and I'm excited for you to get it. So if you haven't already, you have an opportunity to sign up to be an advanced reader of the book, and you can sign up on my website, you can sign up on the Facebook page. This way, when we have the final book ready to go, so right before it goes to print, you get an opportunity to read it for free. You'll get a free PDF copy, and the only thing we ask in return is for an honest review on Amazon. The more Amazon reviews there are for the book, the more people will see the book when they type in the keywords like health or healing journey. So I'm really excited that you guys are going on this, little trip with me, and we're getting really close. So December 1st is our launch date as of now. December 4th, actually. December 1st would be for the advanced readers, and then December 4th would be for everybody else. So if you haven't already, sign up to be an advanced reader, because I'd really love to have you on board, and I'd love to give you the book. So this is an opportunity for me to say, here's the book, you can have it early and hopefully get started working towards your own health goals right away. Okay, so that's all happening really quickly. So if you want to get involved, get on board, and we'd just love to have you on the team. The other thing is the podcast, and the podcast is going really well. I've been throwing a lot of my energy and a lot of love into this podcast because it feels to me like the most comfortable platform to share all of the information that's inside of my head with all of you. And I really want that to be a safe place for you to learn new things about your health and to learn maybe even little steps along the way. And each episode is based on a topic, and I give little actionable steps for every episode. So if it's about morning routine, I tell you how to get started for your own morning routine. So each episode you can really get some value out of. Okay, so enough about that. If you're really interested, go find the podcast. It's called the Tea Time Podcast with Sharissa Bradley, and there's 15 episodes up now. They upload every single week on Wednesday, and I'm just really excited to be growing this with you guys. So if you're looking for more information, or you're feeling at all like you could learn something new, they're really little cute bite-sized bits of information, 20 minutes tops, of how I can help you, how I can teach you, how I can show you what I've done to help myself. Okay, so today's topic, I came from a question from one of the community members, and she was wondering what I thought about keto diets or the ketogenic diet. And I think it is a little bit, my answer to her question is a little bit broader than just my response on the keto diet, because I believe that the keto diet fits really well into the model of a healing diet. And healing diets are used short term to introduce a new lifestyle that are meant to be modified as we continue to use them. So the keto diet, for instance, the two creators of the keto diet, are kind of the original people who started working on the keto diet. They recommended doing 6 months of keto and taking 6 months off of keto. Now, when you're not doing the ketogenic diet, your diet would look something like fruits, vegetables, meat, eggs, nuts, seeds, those types of things. So still a really kind of wholesome, clean foods from whole food places, but limited in that you're not getting, all the sugar and the hydrogenated fats and just all of the things that we're really supposed to be avoiding. So the ketogenic diet, I like to think of it as a healing diet, just like I would think of the paleo diet or the autoimmune protocol or the Whole30. So those are my top 4 that I really love. And if for some reason you're struggling, like in any area of your life, if you're feeling overwhelmed, and overwhelm means that our body is inundated with stress hormones, so it's incapable of dealing with some of the things that are happening in our environment. So when we help to support our body, we can actually reduce that level of overwhelm. Even though it feels like maybe it's an emotional thing, we can actually fix it on a physical level. So if you're dealing with really any aspect of things in your life, whether it's you're not feeling good after you eat, or you just don't feel good when you wake up, or you have headaches, or you're getting any of these problems, you have really anything. If you have anything you can complain about and say, I'm not feeling good about these things, then doing a healing diet might actually be something that you should look into. And the reason I recommend this is because it kind of allows us to bypass the traditional medical model, which is getting allergy tested and getting all of the blood work done and things like that. We can kind of allow ourselves to set the clock back by healing, and then when we go to reintroduce foods and things like different things that we've maybe taken out of our lives, we can see exactly what it was that was affecting us. So the Whole30 is probably the most popular as far as it's been around the longest, and there's still a very wide community for the Whole30. The Whole30 takes out 7 major food groups that the Whole30 believes it cause damage or cause inflammation or can reduce your body's ability to heal itself. And you take those foods out for 30 days, and it's very strict. You can't cheat on the weekends. You can't have, a taco on Tuesday or whatever it is. Once you decide to do 30 days, you have to do 30 days straight. And they say if you mess up, if you do, oh, I had sugar in something, or I accidentally had the wrong whatever, you're supposed to start the clock back for the 30 days. And the reason that is it takes a minimum, research has shown us it takes a minimum of 21 days to start repairing the body. That means that we have to take all the crap out and we have to back way up and say, okay, let's go back to the basics. This is what I know is good, some protein, some fruits, some vegetables, things like that, and very slowly allow your body to heal. And for a minimum of 21 days, those things have to be eliminated. And the Whole30 goes 30 days because we say, okay, well, if it takes 21 days for your body to start healing, then you probably need a few more days to actually have some full results. In most cases, people see results within a week. They start feeling more energized, fuller, happier. I mean, a lot of things, because when you take the stress off your body, the food stress, the physical stress that we're dealing with hormones and things like that, when you alleviate some of that, you feel better, more whole, more capable of dealing with your regular life. So the Whole30 I love because it is a set program. You have a very specific yes and no list, and you have a plan, and there's probably 1 billion recipes now on Whole30, at least 1 million bloggers who do Whole30, and I have a free Whole30 class if you're looking to do one through me, and it's just a totally free program that I love. So this is one way to start, and it's kind of an extreme process, but it's really works, and it really helps a lot of people, and it can really give a lot of benefit. So that's the Whole30. And then the ketogenic diet is a high fat, high protein, low carbohydrate, so less fruits, less vegetables, for a longer period of time. And now there's various timelines for the keto diet. Some people say you need a 30-day reset. What I recommend is doing a whole 6 months of very specifically staying on that program. But there's very good ways to do a keto and there's very bad ways to do a keto. So I will leave a link in the comments of my recommendation for the keto diet that I prefer. I really like Mark Sisson's version of the keto diet, the allowance of carbohydrates and the way he uses different fats. It's a lot more healthy version, and it's going to be really beneficial as a healing protocol for about 6 months. And then you want to switch back into more like a paleo diet that allows a few more things into the diet so you're still getting your range of colors. And I used to say eat the rainbow, you know, eat all the colors in the rainbow, but my mom corrected me the other day and said that I should say eat the color wheel. And I actually like that a lot better because the fruits and vegetables that we have in our environment do kind of match the color wheel more than just that spectrum on the rainbow, even though they all exist there. But still, all of the colors that we're lacking when we do the keto diet, it's great to get that back in on that second 6 months in the year. So the way I recommend doing a keto diet, if you're having an issue, it's a really, really great diet for people who have cancer, brain, any kind of brain, anything, dementias, good for kids with ADHD, really good for celiac, people who have autoimmune disease, a little different for people who have thyroid autoimmune disease. And if you have questions about that, you can reach out specifically. But I recommend doing fall and winter keto, and then spring and summer more on the paleo side. And the reason I do say that is because that actually follows our regular kind of evolutionary structure, because we're used to not being able to find fruits and things like that during the winter when those all go dormant. And so it makes more sense for our body to have higher fat, higher protein during the winter months when it's colder and we need more of that sustainability, and then switching back into a paleo diet when all of those beautiful fruits and vegetables are in season. So that way you're also following the seasons kind of by not even really by chance, just kind of randomly. So that's the keto that I really enjoy. And I really don't like the keto that includes a lot of dairy. I think dairy is a little bit hard on our body, especially when we're looking at it as a healing diet. And anytime you're looking to lose weight and it's a weight loss problem, I often also find that there's a lot of problems in the body that could be healed, and then that weight loss could come off naturally. So if it's weight loss that you're looking for, you may even try to do the keto diet as clean as possible. I'll link to that book in the comments, and you may see some amazing results from your body healing itself as well as having that weight loss. So I always want to caution with these kind of extreme type diets where we're cutting out a lot of things in our diet, that you use them as short term and use them for what they're used for. They're meant to heal and to help regenerate and to help make you set that clock back. But when we do it inappropriately, we can actually lose a lot of minerals and lose a lot of our vitamins by not including certain foods in our diet. So it's important to look at it like a short-term healing protocol that once you get to the point where you feel better and more capable of dealing with other stressors in your environment, you start adding things back into the diet slowly to see what it was that was actually affecting you in the first place. And then we created a lifelong habit with real healing, and we actually have some benefit to all of the work that we put in, rather than even just the vanity component, but also that I have energy, I have the ability to go do things, I'm excited, you want your joy back. And by doing and following one of these healing protocols, you may be able to kind of get past all of those doctor's visits and the testing and all of that, and find that maybe all along your body was just screaming out for attention in different areas, and it just needed that healing, that support. And by taking that 30 days or 90 days or 6 months to really focus on healing your organs in your body, you will get everything that you hoped for, plus all of the benefit of sleep and energy and joy and all of that. So really, I urge you to, if you're looking at, if you've even looked at any of these diets, then you probably have something going on in your head that you're feeling like you want remedied. So if you're confused about any of these or conflicted about which one works best for you, give me a call. I would love to tell you my opinion on whatever, whatever it is that you're dealing with and what diet I would recommend. The one I really didn't talk about today was the autoimmune protocol, and that's specific for people who have autoimmune diseases and want to reverse the antibody attack on the body. So if you have autoimmune disease, I would automatically go to the autoimmune protocol. Again, a very strict diet, and they recommend that you use it as a healing diet, short term, and then start incorporating more things into your life. When we close off our options on what we're eating, we're also minimizing the amount of minerals and nutrients that we can get from these other food groups. So we don't want to cut things out of our lives for the rest of our lives, unless it's something like, for instance, I have celiac disease. I'll never eat gluten again. I'll never eat dairy again. Those two things just don't agree with my body. They create antibody attacks, and that's not something I would ever walk back down. But there's a lot of other things in my life that I have added back into my diet, from a very strict autoimmune protocol to now having incorporated a couple of grains and, all of the things that I had let go before to heal. Now my body can tolerate with no problems. And by bypassing kind of more trauma from finding out from doctors, you can't have this, you can't do this, and you can't do this, I was able to take my control back in my life and make it so that I was kind of in the driver's seat of my own health. And I loved that. I love being in control. I love being able to tell myself what I'm expecting from myself. And I think that these healing diets like the keto diet and the Whole30 and the autoimmune protocol are allowing us to have the power back, and we're not letting other people tell us what the best thing for us is, and we're really taking that on ourselves. So I think that that's an amazing and beautiful thing, and if you need help with that, I would love to help you. I have experience with all of the different healing diets, and I would love to help get you on the right road for your own recovery. So if this is something that you're sounding like, oh, maybe I could benefit, then please reach out, because I would love to help more. I want to say thank you so much for the question on the keto diet. Please keep the questions coming. This is all for you guys. It doesn't benefit me if I don't know what to tell you guys. So reach out, let me know what your questions are, and I'd love to keep helping you. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all on the next Friday morning Q&A. Bye.